What's up, everybody? Rinde Adebayo, digital entrepreneur, real estate entrepreneur, coming to you with another video. Welcome to Ask Rinde. Today we're going to talk about how to get listings now. Now, if you're in the real estate business, this is the holy grail of real estate. Whether you are a new agent or an experienced agent, you know the value of a listing and you know the value of actually having that because it gives you control of your business. So what I wanted to do in my purpose for doing this video is to give you a quick rundown and snapshot of how to get listings immediately, which is something that we all need. I myself have been in the real estate business for about 16 years. And I can tell you that year to year, I never run out of the need to want to have listings because the listings give you stability. I'm able to actually have two other businesses and still run my real estate business and be in the real estate business full time because of listings. Listings give me that flexibility. They give me the market share. They give me the clout to be able to have my name branded in the community along with my agency. So it helps a lot because the listing also puts me in a place where I'm able to then almost guarantee my income. When you're working with buyers, generally what happens is sometimes deals fall apart, and this is a very emotional driven business. So people get jolted. They'll back out of a deal. They may not want to go further once they lost one or two offers and being outbid, especially being the seller's market that we're in now. So how do you get listings now and immediately? And this would be a very good help. First thing I would say would be for sale by owners. Now what I want to do is touch on a few points, and I'm going to give you a little hint at some secrets that I use to be able to get listings and list millions of dollars of properties annually. With for sale by owners, generally these are people who have raised their hands and saying that they want to sell, but they want to sell on their own. For whatever reason, they don't want to sell with an agent. They'd rather do it on their own, or they feel they can do it on their own. Now, 9 times out of 10, when I deal with a for sale by owner, I end up coming out getting listings. Now, what I would share with you is that there's a key that I use that may help you, that'll make it probably easier to be able to acquire that. And that is when you're dealing with a for sale by owner, their guard is up. So that what you want to do is you want to establish rapport. You want to be able to put them at ease. What we normally do, and when we are actually dealing with the for sale by owners, is I'll go on with them, and I may pitch them on the idea of an open listing. An open listing basically gives me the opportunity to list the property, but openly, where the homeowner has the ability to sell the home on their own, and should, in case they find a buyer on their own, they don't have or any obligation to us or our agency to pay us. But should, in case I bring in a producer buyer, then they'll have to pay me a commission. This is probably the easiest way for you to get listings because these are people that are low-hanging fruit. They're saying that they want to sell. They need help selling. And by you establishing a relationship with them early on, should in case it not work out with them, where they do want to sell on their own and it doesn't work out, you're the first person that comes to mind because guess what? You're the one who has the open listing. So open listings are very important. Now, of course, with that, there are limits because you are not going to spend a big advertising budget marketing their property. You do have that option to share with them the details. And I do have a sample open listing agreement that ours has some key points in it that really are advantageous for us. And I'll share this with you. You can approach a for sale by owner, get them to allow you to have an open listing on the property. And let's say for whatever reason that for sale by owner sells the property to someone else. Well, that property that you have and you are marketing could actually put you in front of and produce several buyers that are qualified that you can generate relationships with. So when you're starting out as a new agent, this is a very good way to start because if you're coming from an area that you don't know anyone, you don't have any family or any kind of anchor in the area, you can actually produce and meet and introduce yourself to people this way. So I strongly highly recommend that tactic. I do have a sample agreement, and you can click the link below, and I'll be able to share that with you to use for approaching for sale by owners. Second one I want to share with you is Zillow Make Me Moves. These are people on the website Zillow who have actually entered their property in to kind of guess or test the market to see what the market's reaction would be to their property. A lot of times I've spoken to homeowners, and some people who are considering selling in the future are they want to know, with all the activity and all the stuff they hear about with real estate, what their house is actually worth. Now, of course, you can offer them a free CMA, but what happens with some of these people is that they actually want to see from, not from an agent's perspective, they want to see from the public's perspective what the public will do if their property was on the market. So that's what Make Me Move is. They put the property up, and basically what they're saying is that give me an offer uh, to make me move. And they want to see the activity to see if you will actually make them move. So that's a good one, because that's someone who's inclined, that they're thinking about moving, they're thinking about selling. So those are people that are low-hanging fruit, and they're right there on Zillow. Zillow.com, you can just go there and get that, and then contact them. Third one I would share as far as getting listings immediately, and that would be expireds. Again, these are all people who are motivated sellers. These people have raised their hands and they're focused on one thing, that is selling their home. They've inclined, whatever has changed in their life, at this point, they want to sell. So the expired listings are people who have been on the market, and for whatever reason, the property did not sell. And I can tell you from dealing with many, many homeowners, this is probably one of the most frustrating things, because you have a homeowner that wants to sell and that the property did not sell for whatever reason. So recently I just had one. I just took a listing a few days ago, and the property it was an expired listing. The homeowner had the property on the market for almost a year. The agent that had it did not properly market the property, and there were external factors. But the reason why I probably got that listing was because when I went in to have the sit down and the interview listing presentation with the homeowner, uh, I highlighted one thing, and I actually connected with her at the point of her pain. And I'm sharing this story with you because when you're dealing with expires, you have a lot of videos, and you have a lot of information that people put out regarding go after expires, and they'll share with you scripts, etc. But what you want to do is always establish rapport and speak to people right where they are, right where you estimate or where they tell you their point of pain is. Her town, where the property is listed, has an extremely high tax. And I knew that her being an elderly woman in her 60s, single, no children, no husband, carrying that debt, and she's on a fixed income, it's too much. She is paying too much monthly for it. So when I shared that with her, I told her that I completely understood. And the frustrating thing about it is that she tried to get out from under that burden over the last year and was not able to. So by actually showing her a few things that we do uniquely regarding marketing, I was able to get the listing. Now we're actually in the place where we are getting offers on the property, and we've been on the market only for a few days. So that being said, with expired listings, those are people that you can actually get through the MLS. There are also lists that you can buy. There are websites called, one in particular, List Source, Realty Track. They provide these databases and these contact information for the expireds. Also, if you will need their phone numbers, direct phone numbers, you can get them through Redex, you can get them through Vulcan, and also Mojo. These are all dialer systems that we use. Particularly, we are big on Vulcan, and that's the main one we use. And Mojo's interface is better, so we incorporate that as well. But expireds are people who really you want to connect with, because they tend to also know other homeowners who are going through similar situations. So, and one expired listing can turn into multiple lead sources for you. And so you definitely want to attack them. So I would say those are the three low-hanging fruit that can get you listings immediately. And again, a listing is a value, because listings will probably be the one thing that will keep you stable in this business and give you longevity. What I want to share with you also is that there are secrets that we've actually created over time. Every top producing agent, everyone that you know that's very successful there, they have certain systems and things that they've put in place. But one thing in particular that they all have mastered, and that is their sphere of influence. I can tell you that with all the technology that we have, you're here watching me on YouTube, and all the other platforms, Facebook included, Instagram, nothing trumps the relationship factor. I want to show you how to actually develop your sphere, and I want to show you some key unique features that you can employ on your daily life that will help you create a business. And your sphere of influence, mind you, will account for 70% of your business. Your biggest deals will come through a sphere. I can guarantee it. So that being said, there's a way to actually create that. There's a way to expand that, and there's a way to continually keep your sphere growing. I'd like to share that with you. I do that in my private coaching session. Please click the link below. Let's get connected. Let's get started on that. And I will actually be happy to lead you on to the next level and show you how to actually, like myself, list millions of dollars in real estate and make a lot of money for your family and for your future goals. Secondly, I also like to share with you my free ebook on how to find motivated sellers. So please contact me and let me know if you like that. My team actually is going to be doing a group session and video training on our new tactics for the market shift. As you know, there's a seller's market right now. So what we're doing is positioning ourselves to basically be at the receiving end of that. I actually have now created a system to be able to dial that in and make that very, very productive for us. And sure enough, I have a new course that's coming out. The link will be in the description box. Please check that out, and let's stay connected. This is Rinde Adebayo at rinde.com. I look forward to working with you, and